Hi Pisces, so this is going to be a general love reading. Let's see what's happening with you. The timeline is the timeline, so be mindful of that. What somebody's future might be somebody else's past, so let's be mindful of that, right? Also, kindly like, share, and subscribe my videos, show some engagement. That's how you add your energy to my collective. And I'm more prone to picking up on your energies for my readings. So let's try and be more active participant of this channel, not a passive one, right? And the tarot rules apply the same, which is, collective readings imply collective application. This might not be a story. In that case, check your other placements, or I'll catch you in the next one. And take what resonates, leave what does not. Not everything is going to resonate with you A to Z, right? And reverse those energies as you see fit too. In the recent past, a lot of people have been showing me this, so it's not a surprise. I feel a lot of people are going through the same thing, same lessons, I feel, which is self-empowerment, making decisions. Emperor is more about self-empowerment through decision making, being decisive in their energy and deciding whether something works for us or not, something serves our highest good or not. And if something doesn't serve our highest good, then we withdraw our participation from that, right? In the current situation, the King of Swords, all right, somebody showed me the same combination. I feel like it was Leo. I want to say that. So if you're dealing with them, you might want to check theirs out. But yeah, there you go. I feel like we are in our headspace now. We decided upon something. We made that decision happen. We pulled out an emperor for that decision, which means our strong will, meaning we didn't want to do it, but it was in our best interest. Your emperor kicked in the right time in order to protect you from something, right? Possibly something toxic, which is, yeah, there you go. That was a repetitive sort of pain through expression of love. You kept on expressing your heart space to somebody and they kept on rejecting it, and it was patternized. It was happening over a period of time consistently. So you were getting hurt, you were collecting a lot of hurt. So you stopped at some point in time, and now you're in your mind space here, which is acting through your headspace. You're a water sign, but you're showing me King of Swords energy, which means you might have some air in your chart, or you're very intelligent and you're feeling the need to act through your head, which means you were getting lost to your emotions way too much. And now you're switching modalities. That is to say that you are stepping into your mind because you feel like you need to look at the reality of the things, not just your emotions, right? The Five of Wands in your energy here. Yeah, you feel frustrated. So that's why you want to see things clearly. What's happening? Why am I angry? Why am I frustrated? Why do I have negative fire attached to me? Why do I feel this angry at the situation or at somebody else or at myself? There is some sort of defiance that you're putting up right now. Let's just put it that way. The person that's surrounding you is Nine of Pentacles. They're telling me they're independent, they can hold their own, they know themselves. We'll see about that, but they're telling me they're single as a Pringle. And now whether that's new or somebody old, I don't know. We'll take a look at that as well. The mutual attraction is the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so I feel like this is new then, because the wheel means also Jupiter energy, which is luck and opportunities, meaning time will bring this person to us. Probably things are, that's actually interesting. Somebody might be going through a change in their life, and that somehow attracts the other person. It's like they have made me change a lot. They have changed me for the better, maybe. They push me to change myself and become better. This connection or that person, that could be a mutual attraction base for the both of you, or for somebody specific, somebody single. That's your energy, the Hanged Man. That's your strength here. So you are willing to take a look at things from a different perspective. You are willing to see things from a different perspective, not just your own, but inculcate their perspective and then the mutual reality, right? Consolidating both the truths and trying to understand both of them, right? And come to a conclusion about what's right and what's not right, and trying to understand more about the situation, getting some insight about the situation, about what happened, trying to reminisce on that, trying to understand the lessons attached to that as well. The Hangman is all of that, right? Justice is in the obstacles. So this situation cannot be balanced. The balance, it seems to be in question here. Equality seems to be in question here. Equal participation seems to be in question here. Can I balance this thing? I don't think so, because it's in the obstacles, and balancing between two people is a two people job. It can't be done by just one person. It's like, let me just overgive and they will, it will compensate for their lack of effort. That's not possible. they have to participate. And that's true equality. You can keep on doing that for a while, but it's not going to happen in the long term. It's not going to take, the justice is not going to take. The King of Cups is in the outcome here, which is whatever happens here, at the end of the day, you're going to step into your own. So I am glad about that, and take comfort in the fact that whatever you're going through, at the end of the day, you're coming home to yourself. All right. So I clarified the bottom of the deck. I don't think I need to do more. Let's see. I'm curious about the Wheel of Fortune here and the Hangman as well. I mean, what are you learning about the situation that you're in? Let's see the Emperor in the past. Show me the Emperor in the past. The Wheel of Fortune could also suggest that somebody of the past might be coming back again, and you have known this person. So it feels like, yeah, things coming back to me, you know? And we are already attracted, we are already familiar with this person's energy or this person. So we know that we are already attracted, or if this is new or somebody, specific, we could be attracted to how lucky they are or how lucky we feel to have them. Somebody might. We'll take a look at that. Six of Wands, Four of Coins, and the Two of Swords. All right, so you are telling me you are not necessarily participating in anything, you're not necessarily giving into anything right now because things are confusing. You don't know what to think of it, you don't know what to think of a situation here. If this is just an ego boost sort of thing, and the past lessons might also have suggested that you might have been in relationships where you both fed each other's ego, so to speak, flirting each other with each other, charming each other's pants off, and appealing to each other's vanity and ego and pride, making each other feel seen and wink wink energy. But it was all surface level, and you're trying to understand that the lessons have been that if this doesn't go any further, and if it remains in the confusing state of I don't know what they're thinking, I don't know what they are feeling, they will not tell me that, they will not acknowledge that, then I need to withdraw my participation, I need to hold back, I need to stop giving somebody attention to. That is also a direct lesson for some of you. You might give your attention away quite easily to somebody specific or to some people in general, you know like, let me flirt with that person as well, let me flirt with that person as well, and I can flirt with a million others too at the same time. Look at me go, I am so in charge, you know I can do this, look at me go, look at me make other people feel good about themselves. But the thing is, it's not your job. That's anti-empowerment. That's the lesson that you have to learn. That's why you become confused, because you don't get the same in return. And also, you're not supposed to throw your energy off in multiple directions at the same time, because that's not what Emperor does. He has goals to achieve, he has values, he has decisions, he has particular set of standards that he wants to fulfill for himself and for other people as well. The people in his life, that's of his choosing. He doesn't appeal to everybody in the world. That is not his concern. The King of Swords, I don't know why I pulled out, all right, maybe I was supposed to. The King of Swords for the King of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. So you're trying to, yeah, that's what you're trying to do here. Look at this. I can flirt with anybody and things like that. I feel like somebody's also coming your way, because the Knight of Wands is coming towards you and you are receiving their energy, but you've gone quiet actually, and somebody else is responding to that. Like, I don't get attention or I don't get communication from this Pisces, so let me just get in there fast enough, give some energy influx to this, revive the situation, or reinitiate the communication process with this Pisces, because you've gone quiet and you've done so with active sort of determination that I need to be with myself right now. And you probably went quiet on everybody. Probably you went off social media, you were not posting anything, you were nowhere to be found, and somebody is reacting to that as a result. All right. That's actually interesting. You've told me that you have made an active sort of determination with the King of Swords. It's very, like, it's non-negotiable thought process. King of Swords is non-negotiable thought processing. King of Swords doesn't ask anybody else for what to think, what to do. He looks to thyself first. I think this is true, thus it must be true, and thus I'll do this according to those realities, according to my truths and my understanding of the truth. I'll do this. So you told yourself and you concluded for yourself that you need to go quiet and you need to consolidate yourself, your thoughts together, put it together about what's going on, Why do you feel angry? Maybe, let's see the Five of Wands here. You're probably showering somebody with a lot of attention, and that's why they miss it now that you've gone quiet, and that's why they just want to. Yeah, Four of Cups. Look at this. You have been cultivating this for a long time. I told you it's in the past position, and now it's in the current here. So your independent energy is that balancing up with somebody here specifically, and that back and forth energy. You've been hoping for it to grow and be more emotionally fulfilling. Don't get me wrong. This is all great. Six of Wands and Knight of Wands and Six of Pentacles. But you're a water sign. You want emotional fulfillment, and that's what you're not getting here. Even I don't think you're even getting anything of an equal contribution in this. I feel like you were standing in your power and you gave the best, your best of attention and admiration to somebody here. Being an emperor, you gave it to somebody else. But the thing is, they probably took it for granted, and that's why you stopped, because you at some point you started getting confused with the results, and that's when you started withholding, and that's one day you decided to completely go quiet because you were too confused. You were trying to consolidate your truths, and that's what you did. And while you're in your quiet mode, somebody is trying to get in on that and trying to understand, where did you go, where did the Pisces go? Why aren't they giving me attention? Why aren't they talking to me? Why aren't they looking at me? What happened to them? Let me just get in there fast enough with the Knight of Wands, throw some fiery energy in there, passionate, enthusiastic energy in there, and let's figure out where they have been. Let us coax them out. Let me coax the Pisces out of their own shell that they have built for themselves right now. You are processing, you're very angry with this balance here. You're actually borderline frustrated with yourself as well, because you waited too long for things to improve, for things to balance itself out. I wouldn't see Six of Pentacles surrounding these negative cards if it was really balanced. It was not balanced. It was up in the air. Look at the Two of Coins at the bottom of the deck, and the Five of Coins and the Ten of Coins. You want so much more for the situation. You thought that there was so much more to be had in the situation, and you were willing to give it your best shot. You were willing to give it your best of efforts. But the thing is, somebody was not taking it. Somebody was taking it for granted. Somebody was not returning it. And you start getting angry at some point in time, and that comes from that disappointment here of waiting on this person, of waiting for things to improve, that one day my unhappiness, my emotional rejection will be satiated. One day they will give the love to me that I give to them. But it never happened. And as much as you're trying to remain open to this, the more you try to balance up with this, the more you try to stay open to this, even spiritually, the more it hurts you, the more it disappoints you. You are chalking this up to a disappointment, and it has become a disappointment over a period of time, over a long period of time. It didn't happen in just 1 month. I'm not saying that. I feel like there are a few months attached to this situation here, that I'm trying to show up with my best. I'm trying to balance up with you. I'm trying to show this balance. I'm trying to show up with my best energy, even to the point of overgiving, maybe even compensating for your lack. But you are not participating. What are we building here, something or not? What are we doing together, right? Let's see the Nine of Pentacles here. The Hanged Man, that's in your strength as well. The Justice is in the obstacles and the world. All right. So they are telling me they have thought about this, and the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. That's what frustrates you, because they told you they can't balance up with you. They can't show you justice, and they won't. They won't. Then why are they approaching you then? They're telling me their spiritual energy, and they know this. With the Nine of Pentacles, they are self-claiming of this energy that they will never show you balance. They will never show you spiritual correctness. They will never meet you halfway. That cycle is closed. They will never open that particular cycle of balancing up with you, truly balancing up with you, truly being open to you. And they've thought about this. They've taken their time to think about this. They've taken their time to understand that they don't want to do this with you. Then why are they approaching you? That's the problem. What? Are they fuck around energy? And they just wanted some of those good attention that you were giving them, and it gave them a hard on, and that's why they keep coming back. Like they couldn't stop themselves. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna avoid it. I see that there's a lot of time attached to both of you. The Hangman is here twice, and in both of your energies, so a lot of time has passed, and the Three of Wands represents time as well. So you've known this person, you've balanced up with this person for a day and more, you know. I mean, I'm not just saying a day, but it's like a saying. It's been a few months that you've known this person, and they have decided for themselves upon balancing up with you that they don't want to show it correctness. They don't want to show this equality or justice or they don't want to meet you halfway. Justice is halfway, right? What I give to you is what you give to me. What I give to the universe, I get back, right? So what I give to you, you give me back that as well, in equal measure, in equivalent measure. Let's just put it that way. Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Swords, Three of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, the point of attraction was that you, whenever you connected with this person, it felt good, and you didn't want to think about the legitimacy of the situation. It was easier for you to remain on that surface level for this with this person. Yeah, to remain in this broken relationship. The Queen of Wands is not actually big on broken dreams here. She's very ambitious. She wants her goal to be fulfilled. Whatever her goals are in terms of relationship, she's very ambitious in terms of career, in terms of life path, whatever that is. She wants to do things, she wants to achieve things. It's an achiever energy, not for the success of it, but for the growth of it, right? And things were not growing here, but you still kept your best enthusiasm intact, and you try to show this person a lot of enthusiasm, attention, but this thing never, you thought it could possibly be more realistic in the real world. Wait, is this new? No, this is old. That's the point of your heartbreak as well. You thought this could get legit in time. I can't see it right now, but if I balance up hard enough with them, if I keep connecting with them, they will one day offer me legitimacy. They will offer me the best of themselves as well. I can't see it right now, but you didn't want to look at the facts here about what was happening. You were not living in the moment, living in the present about what's happening in the here and now, not just what could happen or what could possibly happen. That's limerence shit, right? You're telling me that blindness will come off and this person will see for themselves that they have all they wanted for themselves in terms of love was right in front of them, which is Pisces, right? They will accept it. I know we are supposed to have something more legit with each other. And I have decided that this person is supposed to have that assignment of relationship with me, of a serious relationship with me. This person, I will have a stable, serious relationship with this person. So I've decided that, and thus it must be true. I just have to try hard enough, long enough. I have to be patient enough, and they will give back to me. Their blindness will wear off, and they'll see for the worth that I am bringing to the table, right? All right, let's see the hangman for you in your strength. I'm hoping it's not passive hangman. I'm hoping it's an active hangman because you are telling me you've gone quiet, which means you want to think things through. And I hope that you're doing the work, honey, because this person is very cutthroat energy, very owning of themselves as well. It's not like they're putting on a show here. What I don't understand is that they know that what you want, they can't justify that. They can't give you what you want. They can't even match you to your level here. They can't match you to your level. You are showing me an emperor for this person and king of swords twice. They are showing me nine of pentacles at best and the knight of wands. So you see for yourself about the energy disparity between you two, the energy contrast between you two is quite high. They don't match up to your energy, and they know it. They know that they can't balance up with you. They can't show you balance. They can't meet you where you are at. They know that already, and they still keep on approaching you, but you still allow them as well. Yep, your heart's getting tired. That's what you are going to realize. You're willing it from the universe as well. It's active sort of hangman. I'm glad. Thank God that's you. That's your energy here we have. And I'm glad that you're getting in touch with your heart space because your heart hurts. Your heart's tired of expressing itself, of being open to this person, of loving this person. Your love for this person feels very heavy. It's very heavy to carry for you. And you're willing this truth, this insight for yourself at this moment. You're asking for the gods for some sort of insight. Yep, this makes me happy, but it also makes me so frustrated. I thought this was my happiness, but it is not making me happy anymore. It's making me frustrated and angry, not just at myself, but this person and this whole situation. And I don't know what to do. The thing is, you're just getting into your own head a lot. I feel like the more you get in touch with your feelings about how difficult the situation is and how this has been or how this has become, it might not have been like this since the beginning, but it became like this. So we need to work with what is, not what could be or what was. All right, let's try and make decisions in the moment. That's what being an emperor is. You see, he is more about living in the here and now and making decisions in the here and now to the best of his understanding and abilities, as he understands the world to be, or as he understands the situation to be and what it demands. Let's see the justice for you. The Three of Swords. Yeah, it hurt your heart too. Probably they communicated that to you. Yeah, that's why you're frustrated. You feel like this was such a disappointment, right? That's why you're chalking this up to a disappointment. Like, why was I balancing up with you? Why were you balancing up with me? You have made me angry. If you knew that you couldn't match up to my energy, or if you knew that you couldn't give me the same in return, why bother? Why were you trying to hit on me? Why were you trying to lead me on through these energy influxes, occasional energy influxes? Why were you doing it? I'm so angry now and pissed off at you, at the situation, about why did I even try to open myself up to you? I look like a fool. It hurts my heart that you can't balance up with me. It was communicated to you, and that's in the obstacle. It's hard for you to accept the truth that they never wanted to balance up with you or give you the same in return. They never intended to. And they're standing in their own power. So they know that they are acknowledging that they know themselves, and they know that they can't balance up with you. They can't show up like you do in this particular situation with them. They can't show up the same. Let's just put it that way. And it hurts your heart. That communication, that truth hurts your heart. And it's hard for you to consolidate that part, that truth. That's in the obstacles. It's hard for you to admit that they can't balance up with you, that they're rejecting this premise of giving you the same in return, that they never had any intentions of doing that or giving that to you at all. And they're owning this. They know themselves. The Nine of Pentacles is very knowing energy, self-knowing energy. So I trust that and trust them, honey. If somebody tells you they can't balance up with you or show you the same energy in return, believe them. You're going to save yourself so much time and heartbreak. So much more pain too. You're going to... Anyways. The Six of Wands, Eight of Swords, the Four of Swords. You're still trying to work through the blindness. I don't see any sort of... Yeah, there you go. Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Swords. It's repeating at this point. I don't even need to point out that this is repeating. But you're telling me, but... See, there was so much emotional confidence that you had and that you genuinely have in terms of your heart space. You're very confident. You have a very proud heart. You're telling me that. Very proud heart. You take pride in your heart space, the feelings that you feel, the depth of those feelings too. You take pride in those. But it's hard for you to see. See, in the near future, you're trying to avoid some sort of going within. Show me more about this. Show me more about this. Show me the Four of Swords. Why are you avoiding going within? Why are you avoiding taking some time out for yourself in order to consolidate your thoughts? Clearly you need it because you have a lot of blindness still that you need to consolidate towards. But that's why, because they are communicating and they're coaxing you out, and your emotional confidence comes back because they are upping their energy, I feel. The Knight of Wands approached here as well, and now they're approaching you again, and with a stronger intensity of fire, right? So that's why you're coming out of your quiet period and you're like, I don't need to be quiet anymore. I don't need to rest anymore. They communicated with me, so I need to go ahead and communicate back with them. This person is trying to offer to work through with you, work through something with you. So I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that they're wrong, or I'm not saying just that, you know, that they have bad intentions here. It doesn't look like that because they're telling me they know themselves. So when they take action, I'm guessing they knew that they were about to take action and they are ready to back it up, because they're telling me that they want you to be a part of something larger in their family. They want you to be a part of their emotional family or in their circle. They want you to be a part of their circle, you know, like friends, as in family, not specifically lovers, but they want you to be a part. When they look out upon the horizon, they want to see you there. They want something long term. They want you for the long term in terms of in their family, in their bigger circle here, inner circle specifically. That is the Ten of Cups. They're communicating that to you, that they are still attracted to you. There is a lot of attraction and there's a lot of attention. It's not just your mere flirting attention that they get. I feel like they know that they love you, and for some reason you love them, and that for some reason turns them on. You make them feel loved, and you confidently express your heart space as well, and you boldly admit it to this person probably. And that's what they love about you as well, and that's why they have enough trust for them to include you in their inner circle. But my question is, where was that all this time when you were all this angry and pissed off and your heart was hurting? And I don't see any healing on your part. So, that's what bothers me, honey. You're telling me you don't need to go within, you don't need to look at anything. You're just going to keep on doing the same thing over and over again. I mean, it looks positive. I'm not saying that you're wrong or that the situation is wrong, that you're participating in this is wrong. But the thing is, there is no healing on your part. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's And maybe the healing takes place and might not be seeing the bridge between these two here, your outcome and the strength and obstacles part. There might have been a healing that happened between these two, because this took time for you to realize that your heart's tired anymore, and it's difficult for you to keep loving this person or showing love to this person. Queen of Cups shows their love a lot, you know. She's more necessarily expressive of a heart space, while the King of Cups is less expressive. He's more stoic, like, this feels good. I'm not going to show it though. You can't see me smile. Not that much. So that's what I feel here. Anyways, you get to choose your own level of participation, and you're a big Pisces, I'm guessing. So you understand what you do with this. It's on you. You have always free will and your own free level of participation that you are inclined towards and that you're entitled to. So I'm nobody to tell you anything. Yeah, there are disappointments that are lingering between you two, and I feel like somebody's trying to consolidate those two here. That's that person. Look at this. They're trying to do that, and they're trying to keep their passions in check. They're still attracted to you. That's one of the main reasons as well, that you give them a lot of hope. You give them a lot of major turn on energy that they feed towards you. So I feel like they're standing up in their own power, and they're telling me that I understand myself, and I understand that I want to do this, and I'm going to stand by it. I'm going to stand by this decision that I want to connect with you, that I want to talk about, resolve any sort of emotional disappointments between you and I. And I want to resolve any sort of emotional upsetness between you and I. And let's try to meet each other par for par. I love you, you love me. And let me show you how, and you show me how. Right? Except you have already showed them how. The Eight of Swords is thrice now. I've used 4 decks, and Eight of Swords has come up thrice. So it's a very important card. Yeah, let's not try to expect a lot from this situation, that in time, that magical thinking. Let's not try to do that, honey. I feel like that's one of your blind spots here, that you don't necessarily admit to yourself, that you still probably hope for the situation to be a part of your life in some way, that you could have a relationship down the line with this person. Let's not give in to false hopes. Let's live in the here and now. Let's live in what's happening in the moment currently, right now. Let's not think what could happen in the long term. That's what you did here. That's an attraction point for you, and for some of you, you can't see it. You don't want to see it, or probably you don't want to admit it. For some of you, that's a point of attraction for you. Or maybe it's for them. Maybe it's for them that, not right now I can't balance up with you, but I would like to keep you in my life, and down the line I could invest in you, and I could have a relationship with you that's more stable and mutually exclusive. So that could be the case. But right now, I'm not emotionally available, but I'm open to fire. And that too, I'm moving away from. Okay, that's great. I feel like you walk away from this, and that's when this person comes back around. Eventually, when you've understood that your heart hurts, that your heart's tired, and you're trying to consolidate your truths, you gain some emotional confidence here when you go quiet. But then this person talks to you, and you're like, you know what, let's stop the healing process, let's get back to communicating with this person as we used to, because I still love them. Hey, I still love them. The Tower, Page of Wands, the Eight of Wands. Look at this. Yeah, I told you. You walked away from this. You walked away from the passion of this as well. Let's not try to keep renewing something that's not going to be emotionally there for me. They are not emotionally present in this situation. I don't get any sort of satisfaction, emotional satisfaction in this situation. So what's the point of keep keeping the fire going or keeping this thing going or reigniting this thing over and over again. There's no point to it. Let's just move away from this thing. Let's just leave this behind. You did not end this. You just left it behind, you know, and you took some time out. You went quiet, you went silent, and you were firm about it as well. The King of Swords is very firm energy. And one day they just come out of the blues and it surprises you that this person communicates to you and they say things very directly. They got you curious enough for you to pay attention, and then your emotional confidence suddenly goes very high and you start participating in this equation. So which means that something that they offered was actually substantial enough for you to take them seriously or to get your hopes up. They said something that got your hopes up for the situation, right? Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Let's not try to have false hopes. Yep, let's cut that out. Let's cut that out. That's a pattern for you, that magical thinking, one day thinking. Let's try to live in the here and now, honey. You want love in the here and now. Who's offering that? You should choose them, right? And if you want to be friends with this person, by all means, of course, you can, right? Not everything has to be blocked off. If somebody can be a good ally to you, why not, right? But the thing is, you should be able to categorize them as that. There should be no blurry lines attached to it. Otherwise, it's going to get messy eventually, because there will be expectations, unsaid expectations, unspoken expectations on both the sides, and then the mess creates up again, and then you will move on again, and we'll keep on repeating the cycle until we learn our lessons. So let's try and learn it this time and stop wasting our time, right? So that's all I have for you, Pisces. I hope this helped, and take care.